Welcome back to beautiful John Moxley Stadium here in Staunton, Virginia, as we have a highly look forward to matchup between the Harrisonburg Turks and the hometown Staunton Braves. My name is Ethan Dufresne, back on the call for tonight. Welcome back to the live stream. So, going into this matchup, very, very interesting matchup. Both these teams tied for most wins in the league currently at this point in time with 5. So, after tonight, we will have a win leader by the end of this game with 6. Both these teams have proven all year that they can put up some runs, so we're looking forward to a fantastic ball game all the way around for both teams. Starting lineups will be out shortly. Little bit of rain came out today. Had to bring out the turf probably around 5:15. But our field is dry and we're locked and loaded and ready to go for a 7:30 first pitch as the Staunton Braves starting lineup is about to be introduced.
Left field from Pensacola State, number 5, Lincoln Pack. The catcher, number 24 from Longwood, Mikey Urbaniak. Playing third base from JMU, number 19, Wyatt Piper. Playing first base from Florida Southern, number 14, Wyatt Campbell. Playing right field, number 17, Ryan Fluharty. Playing second base from Radford, number 21, Zach Pacheski. In center field from St. Joseph's, number 45, Ryan Price. Playing shortstop, number 9 from WVU, Jackson Ingram. On the mound tonight, for the Braves from Marshall, number 36, Peyton Jackson.
So as you heard, starting pitcher for tonight is Peyton Jackson, the Marshall Thundering Herd.
At this time, we ask that you
as we will
honor America with
pause on the air for the national anthem. Saturday night baseball in the Shenandoah Valley is about to be underway as we are ready to get this thing going. Before this game starts tonight, I'd like to thank tonight's sponsors, Dave Brooks Electric, Blue Ridge Fine Properties, Cadence, and Eagles Aries 680.
Whenever y'all ready.
If you guys are available, please come out tomorrow for our next home game versus the Front Royal Cardinals. You can get your free tickets at the Kaufman Funeral Home and Crematory. It's a fan first pitch. Love to see some engagement here from fans across the Shenandoah Valley, as now we are officially ready to play some ball. Oh. as they just announced the primetime seat of the night goes to Cam Johnson. We are finally ready to get this thing going. So once again, starting for Staunton tonight, number 36, Peyton Jackson on the mound. Kid's from Catlettsburg, Kentucky, sophomore, playing his college ball at the University of Marshall, the Thundering Herd. Sunbelt Baseball, obviously, just got some big news that Coastal Carolina will be heading to the World Series. Even though there's a lot of people in the Shenandoah Valley who tend to root for James Madison and teams like that that represent the area, it's fantastic to see some Sun Belt representation in one of the most prestigious stages of college baseball. Jackson throwing some warm-up pitches, and we are about to be ready to go. So leading off tonight for the Harrisonburg Turks, it's number 3, Jalen Evans from Wingate University. Hometown is Coates, North Carolina. He will be playing second base today, as Jackson is about to throw his first pitch. So first pitch of the day for Peyton Jackson. Called a hit by pitch. So not a great start for Jackson, as Harrisonburg, it only takes them one pitch to get a runner on first. So now, number 10, the third baseman, Gavin Grapuso from Kingston, New York, also playing his college ball at Wingate, so a teammate of Jalen Evans, will be batting up second. Jackson's second pitch of the night as Evans tries to steal, and the ball is just high and goes out into the outfield. Evans is going to stay at second. So a runner in scoring position for Gavin Grapuso early for Harrisonburg. 1-0 count. Here's the 1-0. Called strike one. So Peyton Jackson finally gets his first strike on the board for the day. The 1-1 pitch. Just a little bit low for a ball two. Two 1 pitch. Called ball three, so a 3-1 count early for Peyton Jackson. Here's the 3-1. Popped up into left field as Ingram is going to come down with it. Evans is going to stay at second base for an out number one. Boy, that was a lot of pursuit from Ingram on that play. It looked like Lincoln Pack was going to try and get it, but Jackson Ingram said, no, that ball is mine. Nonetheless, fantastic fielding and communication from the Braves. Josiah Seguin is up next. As that ball goes wild, and Evans is going to go to third. They are not going to call him home. So Jalen Evans advances to third base with a 1-0 count for Josiah Seguin. So a lot of balls early for Staunton. The 1-0 pitch. Hit center field. Forced out by Wyatt Campbell. That's going to score a run for Harrisonburg. So Harrisonburg, Jalen Evans scores the first run of the game. And there's still 2 outs. Off of a Jalen Evans got on base to start out by a first pitch, hit by pitch that looked like it hit him near the head. That's why they wear helmets. Sometimes those baseballs are unpredictable as Jackson throws another ball. First ball for number 33, Jackson Schraft. Plays his college ball at St. John's River State College from Gainesville, Georgia. Down for ball 2. The 2-0 count. Hit fair. What a gorgeous, perfectly placed ball by Schraft. And he's going to be at second base easily for a double. As
number 8, Amari
De Jesus is up next for the Turks. Designated hitting tonight from Miami, Florida. Plays his college ball at the University of Miami, so down in Coral Gables, Florida. As first pitch thrown to him is low again for a ball. Schraft in scoring position, looking to put on another run on the board and get Staunton down 2 runs early. The 1-0 pitch. Popped back foul for an even count. Harrisonburg, obviously one of the most historic teams in Valley League baseball. A lot of prestige, great reputation for both these clubs around the Shenandoah Valley. As Jackson throws a pitch for the 1-1 count. Called strike 2. The 1-2 pitch. In the dirt for a ball 2. Even count. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs left in the top of the first. Here's the pitch. Called high, a full count for Jackson Schraft. Looking to force another man on base for Harrisonburg. The 3-2. Tipped. Foul. So Schraft stays alive. The 3-2 pitch. Called ball 4. So runners in first and second for the JMU Duke, Clay Thompson, who's up next playing center field tonight for Harrisonburg. Clay Thompson out of Tampa, Florida, just transferred to James Madison University. looking forward to making an impact early, playing in Harrisonburg in the Summer League, and then playing his collegiate ball in Harrisonburg as well. Getting a fresh start, getting a fresh impression for JMU fans and Harrisonburg residents as his first ball goes 1-0. Jackson on the 1-0 pitch outside for a ball 2. Two-0 pitch. Check swing. They're going to say he did not go through. So a 3-0 count with a potential for the bases to be loaded early in this game. 3-0 count. Inside for a ball 4, and the bases are loaded with 2 outs left. So struggles early from Peyton Jackson. Seems like he's having a hard time finding the strike zone as they're going to pay him a visit to the mound here in the top of the first. As the catcher, number 7, Alamos, is up to bat with a chance to kick the door wide open for Harrisonburg. It's a first pitch, called strike 1. Finally getting a little bit of a breeze here today in Staunton, Virginia. With the rain and the heat and the humidity, it's been rough couple hours here temperature-wise as Alemos pops it up behind the right foul line. So it's going to be an 0-2 count early for 7 Alamos. Alemias playing his college ball at Wake Forest University down in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. The Demon Deacons from Bronx, New York. Called ball 1, 1-2 count. One, 2. Down and inside for a ball 2. So just like that, an even count. Two-two pitch. Swing and a miss. So Peyton Jackson showing a little bit of struggles early, but he finishes the job and leaves the bases loaded for Harrisonburg as he only gives up 1 run in the inning. As now moving into the bottom of the first, Staunton will get a chance to come out. Starting pitcher tonight for the Harrisonburg Turks, number 36, Adam Horvath, playing his college ball at James Madison University. Just finishing his freshman year of college baseball. I got a chance to watch him fairly closely during the Dukes campaign the past spring. Tended to be a middle reliever for James Madison. Lots of great appearances and closeout innings from his way. So looking forward to doing the same thing tonight for the Turks, getting the starting nod. Please come out tomorrow, if you can. June 8th versus the Front Row Cardinals back here at John Moxley Stadium. You can get your free tickets at Kaufman Funeral Home and Crematory. As Staunton down early. We'd also like to give a huge thank you to Dave Brooks Electric for donating their equipment so that we could complete the backstop netting project. Could not have been done without their generosity. Thank you, Dave Brooks Electric. Beautiful skyline once again tonight here at John Moxley Stadium. And a whole lot of people came out today, even through the rain. Stands are full. Beautiful day for some beautiful baseball in a beautiful place. As leading off for Staunton tonight is left fielder number 5, Lincoln Pack. As he faces Horvath for his first batter. Horvath's first pitch of the night. Cold strike one, caught Pack looking. The 0-1 count. Chopped by Pack. Can't quite get to first base. A beautiful fielding play from the Harrisonburg third baseman, Gavin Grapasso. Gavin Grapasso, my apologies. Mikey Urbaniak getting the nod at catcher tonight for Staunton. 1 out. First pitch of the at-bat for Horvath. Chopped at foul by Urbaniak. Staunton dropping their second loss of the season last night to the Charlottesville Tom Sox. As this 0-1 count to Horvath. Urbaniak grounds out directly to Jackson Schraft, the Harrisonburg first baseman, and that is a fast 2 outs in just 4 pitches for Adam Horvath for the Turks. As Wyatt Pfeiffer comes up to bat, Horvath's teammate at James Madison. Pfeiffer going to be a senior, Horvath going to be a sophomore. As Horvath's first pitch on Pfeiffer's at-bat goes 1-0. The 1-0 count. Hit by Pfeiffer, missed in the glove by the second baseman, Jalen Evans, and Pfeiffer is going to make it on to first base. Called a base hit up here in the booth, so Pfeiffer's 1 for 1 to start the day. Gives Harrisonburg their first hit of the evening. So with 2 outs left and a runner on first base, Wyatt Campbell up to bat, batting fourth, the first baseman here for Staunton. Got a chance to talk to him pregame about life in the Shenandoah Valley and playing for Staunton. Campbell, a Florida native, plays his college ball at Florida Southern College. He swings and misses on the first pitch. You see Pfeiffer out there getting a little active between first and second base, looking to steal. Something he's been able to do flawlessly all year so far. Horvath on the 0-1. Ball's in the dirt, gets away from the catcher as Pfeiffer is going to move to second base. Alemias could not get to the ball. So it's a wild pitch for Adam Horvath, and that puts a runner in scoring position for Staunton. The 1-1 count. In the dirt for a ball two. Almost in the dirt. Really low for a ball two. The 2-1 pitch. Called strike two, so an even count for Wyatt Campbell with 2 outs left here in the bottom of the first. Here's the pitch. Hit by Campbell. And a nice force out to end the inning. So a runner left in scoring position for Staunton as we move to the top of the second with a 1-0 Harrisonburg Turks lead. Like I mentioned earlier, both these teams tied for most wins in the Valley League Baseball right now. Somebody's looking to get to 6 and 2, while somebody else is going to fall to 5 and 3 on 5 and 3 on the year. We'd like to thank tonight's sponsors, Dave Brooks Electric, Blue Ridge Fine Properties, Cadence, and Eagles Aerie 680. Thank you for everything you do for Staunton Braves baseball. So with Harrisonburg back up to bat, number 22, the left fielder Roman Trinidad from Emerald Hills, California is up to bat. Plays his college ball at San Jacinto College North. Jackson on the pitch. Called ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Called strike 1, so an even count, 1-1 for Trinidad. The 1-1. Hit well. Baniak can't get. Pachewski, my apologies, can't get to the ball. So a base hit for Roman Trinidad to open up the top of the second for the Turks. With number 13, Philip Garcia up. Batting 9th tonight, the right fielder. Plays his college ball at Gulf Coast Community College. He's from Tallahassee, Florida. Nice seeing all these Florida kids making it out to the Shenandoah Valley. Got to talk to first baseman Wyatt Campbell about that today and talked about how he appreciates the mountains and enjoys the mountains because living in Florida, he does not get to see mountains often. But he gets to go to the beach, though. So we don't got no beaches in the Shenandoah Valley. So I don't know what I would rather have. Me personally, I'd probably rather be at the beach than in the mountains. But fantastic to see Florida natives appreciating the mountains as Trinidad attempts to steal. He is caught at second base. So a beautiful caught stealing. And that's going to be 1 out, bases empty for the Turks. Garcia with a 2-1 count. But like I was saying, Wyatt Campbell appreciating the mountains out here in the Shenandoah Valley. Curious to see if other Florida kids, not just for the Braves or the Turks, but Valley League baseball players in general from Florida, can appreciate the same that don't go to school out here. 3-1 count for Garcia. Chopped at. Pfeiffer's got it. Going to barehand it. Beautiful force out to Wyatt Campbell for out number 2. And are we surprised is the question. Wyatt Pfeiffer has been making fantastic plays at third base all season long for Staunton. And that's just another one to add to the resume. Back at the top of the order for the Harrisonburg Turks, Jalen Evans back up to bat. Hit by pitch, just in one pitch, to open the game for his first at-bat as he gets caught looking on a strike. 0-1 count. Called ball 1 for an even 1-1 count. Clouds starting to come out here in Staunton, Virginia. Hoping to stay dry and finish this wonderful ball game we've got coming up. The 1-1 pitch. In the dirt again for a 2-1 count. Gets away from Urbaniak. Here's the 2-1. Hits him again. So Jalen Evans gets hit by pitch in both of his at-bats early in this game. Looks like that might have hit him in the back of the neck. That obviously can't feel good. Let's hope he's okay. Gavin Gropuso back up to bat with a runner on first base just like last time. He was up to bat. 2 outs. So Peyton Jackson, 2 hit by pitches in 1 2/3 innings. His first pitch goes outside for a ball 1. Sam Greer looks like he's warming up in the bullpen for Staunton. So it seems like it might only be a matter of time before Peyton Jackson gets pulled from the game. 2-0 pitch. Called strike 1. The 2-1. Ball gets away from him. Evans is going to steal second, advance to second for a 3-1 count. And Peyton Jackson's rough start continues for the Braves. Looking like he's lucky that the score is only 1-0 Harrisonburg right now. That strikeout leaving the bases loaded for the Turks was a potential game-changing play, as that is called another walk. So runner in scoring position, second and first base. As Josiah Seguin, the shortstop, comes back up to the plate. Looking to put another one on the board for the Turks. Jackson's first pitch of the at-bat swung on and missed for a strike number 1. aggressive swing by Seguin on that pitch. He probably thought he was going to get a lot of that one. The 0-1. In the dirt again. Urbaniak loses it as Evans and Grapuso advance. So 2 runners in scoring position for Harrisonburg now at an even count for Seguin. The 1-1 pitch. Hit almost gets through Jackson's glove, and that's going to make it into the infield. Evans will score. Here comes Grapuso, and that is 2 runs for Harrisonburg. So a 2 RBI single for Josiah Seguin. And it is a 3-0 Turks ball game here in the top of the second. Jackson Schraft up to bat, looking to potentially score Seguin home. And here's another mound visit for Peyton Jackson. Will this be the end of the day? And it looks like Peyton Jackson's day is over in just 1.2 innings. So Sam Greer up on the mound for Staunton from Shalford, Pennsylvania. Plays his college ball at St. Joseph's University. So we're going to give Greer a second to warm up here. I'd like to thank our sponsors again, Dave Brooks Electric, Blue Ridge Fine Properties, Cadence, and Eagles Aerie 680. Thank you for everything you do for Staunton Braves baseball. Also a reminder that Valley League Baseball is in part funded by a donation from Major League Baseball. If you or anyone you know is interested in providing a post-game meal for the Braves players and coaches, please see Miss Joyce, our concession manager. So a start that was unexpected from Staunton leads to a pitching change early in the game. Greer looking to dial in, hope that the Staunton bats can get going. Get ready to rock and roll and get them back in this game. Here at home, we've seen Staunton down more and come back. Throwback to that first game against the Covington Lumberjacks, down 6-2 at one point. Came back and eventually walked the game off. So that Braves dugout is not thinking that this game is not over, obviously. Top of the second, plenty of baseball to play, 3 runs. When you're a team that scored 18 runs twice in just the 7 complete games, not including this one. You scored 18 runs in 2 of those games. You know you can put up some runs on the board. So, fresh mindset still for Braves, I'd assume. Braves fans and Braves players and coaches, I'd assume. As Schraft is still up to bat for an 0-1 count. Called strike on the first pitch, 0-1 count. Checked, swinged at it. They're not going to say he went through, so an even count, 1-1 for Jackson Schraft. The 1-1 pitch. Tip back foul, 1-2. One-two pitch. Little bit high, called ball 2, an even count for Schraft. Here's the pitch. Called ball 3. Full count. Full count pitch. Tip back and foul, so Schrapp stays alive. Three-two pitch in the dirt for a 4th ball and a walk for Sam Greer's first batter of the night. Runner in scoring position now for Harrisonburg once again. Second and first base. As Amari De Jesus, the designated hitter, is back up to bat, looking to extend this Turks lead. Here's Greer. Fouled off by De Jesus. For an 0-1 count. The 0-1. Called strike 2. 0-2 count early. Looking to retire the side here if you're Sam Greer. Oh, 2 pitch. Hit. Campbell can't get to it. 1 run is going to score for Harrisonburg, and the ball gets away from Pfeiffer. De Jesus is going to stay at second. 2 runs score for Harrisonburg, making it a 5-0 ball game. Ball just got away from Wyatt Pfeiffer. Up against the wall, which gave Seguin enough time to make it to home plate, score that 5th run for the Turks. Clay Thompson now up to bat with a runner in scoring position again, with De Jesus on second base. That bat ball is way outside for a ball 1. One 0 pitch. Hit. As Pachewski can't get his glove on it. And he's going to be safe, as De Jesus is going to be in a pickle. Called a tag. So even though Pachewski couldn't get a glove on it and couldn't get the force out at first, De Jesus got a little bit greedy going to home plate and found himself stuck for the 3rd and final out of the inning. So Staunton, in the bottom of 2nd, is going to be down 5 runs. Braves would like to give a huge thank you to Dave Brooks Electric for donating their equipment so that we could complete the backstop netting project. Could not have been done without your generosity. Thank you for everything you do for Staunton Braves baseball. So due up for Staunton, it's going to be Ryan Fluharty, the right fielder tonight, as Horvath comes up after a strong first inning. We'll say, though, the uniform combos tonight are once again looking fantastic. The all-whites for Staunton with the gray jerseys and white pants for the Turks. Fonts are on point. Colors on point, caps are on point. Beautiful combination tonight from both teams for a beautiful night of baseball. Fluharty looking to start the bounce back for Staunton. As Horvath throws him his first pitch, called ball one. One zero. Even count 1-1. Even count pitch. Fluharty drills it into right field, popped up, and brought in by the Harrisonburg right fielder Garcia for out number one. Looked like he made some good contact on it, just not enough power, and Garcia was able to get under it with ease. As Zach Pacheski comes up to bat. The second baseman. Little bit of a fielding mishap here in that last inning of the top of the second, but surely enough, still got the force out at third as his first pitch goes 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Pacheski hits it to Evans, and he is forced out easily at first for an out number two. So Adam Horvath so far is not only getting Braves out, he's getting Braves out fast. You're seeing 2-pitch, 3-pitch at-bats, and that's only going to help with his conditioning and his durability for throwing deep into this game. As the designated hitter, Jamison, is up for bat as he gets called strike one on his first pitch. Oh, 1 count. Called ball for an even count. One. Swung on and missed by Jamison. So down in the hole early on the count, 1-2. Here's the pitch. Hit by Jamison. Is that going to gap? Yes, it will. Off the wall. And Jamison is going to get a single. Hit well right off the wall. Garcia is going to get to the ball fast enough to throw to second base to make sure he stays on first. But a base hit that is much needed for the potential momentum of Staunton. As the left fielder, Ryan Price, is now up to bat. First pitch of the at-bat, swung on and missed by Price, strike one. The 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed for strike two. Ryan Price swinging at 2 pitches that looked a little bit low from up here. Gets him down in a hole early. The 0-2 pitch in the dirt, gets away from De Jesus. And Jamison gets to second base with ease, so a runner in scoring position now for Ryan Price in a 1-2 count. One-two pitch. Swung on and missed. Ryan Price Swings and misses on all 3 strikes called for the at-bat, and that is the end of the 2nd inning. Still a goose egg on the board for Staunton. Sam Greer is still in the game for Staunton. I'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight: Dave Brooks Electric, Blue Ridge Fine Properties, Cadence, and Eagles Aries 680. So not a whole lot of offense that we're used to seeing tonight for Staunton early in this game. So catcher Alemius back up to bat to open the top of the 3rd for Harrisonburg. So he takes a ball 1. One 0. Hit directly to Pachevsky, and an easy force out from Pachevsky to Campbell for a 2-pitch out number 1 for Sam Greer. Roman Trinidad up next, and another Pachevsky to Campbell force out, as it was a little bit closer than the last one, but still out number 2. So 3 pitches so far for Sam Greer, 2 outs. As Philip Garcia is up next, looking to keep the top of the inning alive after it feels like it just started. Greer's first pitch of the at-bat, called strike 1. The 0-1 called just high for a 1-1 even count. The 1-1. Tip back foul, 1-2 for Garcia. Looks like we're seeing a more confident Sam Greer this inning from Staunton. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Low for a ball 2. The 2-2. Down again for a full count, 3-2. Three-two pitch. Hit well, but it's going to be just foul. So Garcia stays alive on the at-bat. Full count pitch. Called strike 3. So a 10 pitch, top of the third for Sam Greer. No runners on base for Harrisonburg, as the Staunton pitching and fielding seems to really have gotten a grip and trying to get back in this game. So a fast turnaround from Adam Horvath. He might have just got a little bit of water and finally got to sit down when they're like, hey, you need to go back out there. Please come out tomorrow if you can, Sunday, June 8th, for the Braves home game against the Front Royal Cardinals. You can get your free tickets at Kaufman Funeral Home and Crematory. So a 5-0 hole that we have not seen from Staunton at home this season. Still trying to make their first rotation through the lineup, as the 9-hitter Jackson Ingram is coming up for his first at-bat of the day. So far, Ingram's had some fantastic fielding plays, but yet to hit. Looks like he tries to bunt, gets called for a strike 1. Oh, 1 count. Doesn't draw a bunt that time, but Ingram is going to. It's going to be a close call, called force out. So back at the top of the order, Lincoln Pack up to bat for Staunton with 1 out. Seguin just had a great glove on it. Fantastic throw to the first baseman, Schraft. And definitely close. Ingram has the speed to potentially beat him out on those, as Pat gets called for a strike 1. Oh, 1 count. Tip back foul, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Outside for a ball 1. Lincoln Pack has been hitting well all year. Big contact, big base running plays. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for an out number 2. And Horvath is looking fantastic tonight in his first outing here in Moxie Stadium. Is the catcher Mikey Urbaniak. Now up to bat, looking to get a runner on base for Staunton, as he's caught looking for a strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Tip back foul, 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. Hit well, gapped into left field, and Urbaniak is going to get a base hit. Perfectly placed in between the shortstop and left fielder, to where nobody could get to Urbaniak in time. So Pfeiffer with a man on base, looking to start the scoring for Staunton here. Horvath to Piper. Pfeiffer. Called ball 1-1-0 count for Wyatt Pfeiffer. One 0 pitch. High again for a ball 2. And Horvath knows very well with Pfeiffer playing with him at JMU. This kid has a 2-0 count. It's probably not going to end well for you as the pitcher, as he gets a strike in there for a 2-1 count to Wyatt. Two 1 pitch. High for a ball 3. Three 1 pitch. Called strike 2, so a full count for Wyatt Pfeiffer. Three 2 pitch. Hit by Pfeiffer, but it's going to be an easy force out for the end of the inning. Top of the 4th, still 5-0 Harrisonburg, as Staunton is left with no answers once again. This kid, Ben, one of our interns, probably just said the worst joke I've ever heard in my entire life. If they give him the mic after tonight, that's a shame. Just kidding. He's doing a fantastic job here. That was quite possibly the corniest joke I've ever heard. I don't even know if it's worth mentioning on air here. Anyway, Greer stays out there. Fantastic 10-pitch inning from Sam Greer last time out. If you or anyone you know is interested in providing a post-game meal for the Braves players and coaches, please talk to Miss Joyce, our lovely, 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 fourth lovely concession manager. Grateful for everything that she does for Stanton Braves baseball and keeping our fans fed, our coaches fed after the game, our players fed after the game, and most importantly, yours truly and the interns fed after the game. So Greer looking to repeat the inning that he had in the top of the 3rd. Nobody's warming up for either bullpen so far. So it looks like we're going to see Greer and Horvath for a couple more innings. Lovely seeing a large crowd here tonight in Staunton. Beautiful night for one of the best rivalries in Valley League baseball as Evans hits it. Pfeiffer's going to throw. Campbell called a beautiful force out. That one was close. Evans can definitely run. So it looked like Ingram was going to go for that ball. Pfeiffer said, no, that's mine. Ran a while to get to the ball and a beautiful throw to force out Campbell. So a 1 pitch out number 1. As Grapusto is back up for the Turks, and he gets caught looking for a strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch. Tip back foul, down 0-2 quickly. The 0-2 pitch. Little bit high, 1-2 count. One, two. Fouled again. So Grapuso stays alive. Here's the pitch. Outside and down for an even count, 2-2. Two. Tip back, fouled again. Grapuso keeps tipping away at it. The 2-2. Called ball 3, so a full count. 3-2 pitch count. Walk after going down. 0-2 on the at bat.
Now batting number 50, Josiah Seguin.
Grapuso is walked with Seguin having a chance, with a runner on first base. Seguin having a chance to get Harrisonburg some runners in scoring position once again. Greer on the first pitch of the at-bat, called strike one. Pick out play, not going to go. One count. One-two count for Seguin. Still a runner on first base. One-two pitch. Tipped off and fouled. So Grapuso is going to have to go back to first. They retired the side at 10 pitches this time. But this time, the Turks are scratching and fighting at every at-bat. 1-2, attempted pickoff again, not going to go. Another 1-2 pitch. Fouled again, stays 1-2. Here's the 1-2. High for a even 2-2 count. Attempt pickoff play again. Not going to work. 2-2 pitch. Outside for a full count. So not only has there been 4 or 5 tipped off foul balls, we get a full count. So Seguin really working. Swung on and missed. It's called safe as Grabaso stole second. So a runner in scoring position, but still get the strikeout. Give the strikeout to Sam Greer. With Jackson Schraft up to bat. The 0-1 count. Hit. Schraft smoked that ball. And that is way out of here. Deep left field. So another 2-run score for Staunton. For Harrisonburg, my apologies. And that is a 7-0 ball game here in the top of the 4th. Amari De Jesus called for a ball 1. That was a moonshot by Schraft. Continuing the wonderful day it's been for the Turks bats. One count. Called ball 2. 2-1. Two-one count. Called strike 2 for an even count. Two-two pitch. Inside. Looks like it could have hit him, but not going to call it hit by pitch. So a full count again for Sam Greer. It's fouled off by De Jesus. Still a full count. 2 outs. Full count pitch. Tip blooped perfectly into left field in between Ingram and Pack. And that's another base hit for Harrisonburg. And the hits keep coming. As Clay Thompson is up to bat, but Greer is going to have a mound visit. With a Brave warming up in the bullpen. So Clay Thompson, the new JMU Duke, up to bat for Harrisonburg. Gets an 0-1 count. That ball is hit foul by Thompson. The 0-2 pitch outside, so a 1-2 count for Clay Thompson. One-two pitch, tipped off foul. Still a 1-2 count. The 1-2 pitch down in the dirt for an even count. Two-two pitch. Called strike three, and that retires the side for Sam Greer. So after a monstrous two-run home run by Jackson Schraft, extending the lead to 7 to Harrisonburg, Stan's going to get another shot here in the bottom of the fourth. Another dizzy bat race here at John Moxley Stadium. It looks like this one's an insurmountable lead. The one kid didn't even finish spinning the bat around by the other time he hit our intern Jace's hand. So I didn't know we'd have a blowout dizzy bat race of the night, but there we are. I'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight: Dave Brooks Electric, Blue Ridge Fine Properties, Cadence, and Eagles Aries 680. We'd also like to thank Dave Brooks Electric for donating their equipment so that they could complete the backstop netting project. Could not have been done without their generosity. Thank you. Please come out again tomorrow, June 8th, as the Staunton Braves take on the Front Royal Cardinals at home. You can get your free tickets at Kaufman Funeral Home and Crematory. So another great inning of baseball from Adam Horvath here in the bottom of the fourth. As Wyatt Campbell up to bat. Florida native. First pitch of the at-bat for Horvath. And Campbell hits it. He's going to be way safe at first base. But called an error as it bounces off of Sagan's glove. As Ryan Fluharty up to bat with a runner on first base, looking to cut into that Turks lead. First pitch of the at-bat. Down for a ball one. One-oh pitch. High for a ball two. Two-oh. Called strike one. 2-1. High for a ball 3. Three-one pitch. Hit by Fluharty. That's going to get down for a base hit. So a runner in scoring position, Wyatt Campbell on second base. And that's going to be marked down as a single for Ryan Fluharty. With Zach Pacheski up to bat. Runner in scoring position looking to put a run on the board for Staunton. Still 0 outs. First pitch of the at-bat for Pacheski. Bunt goes foul for an 0-1 count. Man, all them base runners they made it on base. That was a fast base running from both Fluharty and Wyatt Campbell. But they're going to have to go back. The 0-1 count. Called strike 2. Here's the called ball 1. Pitch clock violation. One-two count. Ball is up. That's going to advance both runners. So 2 runners in scoring position now for Staunton and a 2-2 count. Looks like a broken chain by Pacheski. Looks like there's a missing piece caught in his uniform, under his jersey. So Horvath still recording 0 outs here in the bottom of the 4th with 2 runners in scoring position. Looks like Pacheski gets that settled, so continuation of the at-bat for Zach Pacheski. Two-two pitch. Swung on and missed for out number 1. As the designated hitter Jamison is up to bat. Aaron Jamison, a Morgantown, West Virginia native.
Aaron Jamison.
College ball at University of South Carolina, Columbia. First pitch of the at-bat. Down for a ball 1. 1-0 pitch. Down again for a ball 2. Two-0 pitch. Called strike 1. Two-one pitch. Swung on and missed. Even count, 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Hit foul. So it's going to stay 2-2. Jamison's going to step off. 2-2. Jamison pops it up. Campbell's going to tag up. So a run is going to score. Wyatt Campbell scores Staunton's first run of the game, cutting the lead down to 6. So a sacrifice fly for Aaron Jamison. So still a runner in scoring position on second base with 2 outs left for the left fielder, Ryan Price. First pitch of the at-bat, check swing, called. Ball 1. One-0 pitch. Down for a ball 2. Two-0 pitch. Chopped off foul, 2-1 count. Two one. High for a ball 3. Three-one pitch. Down for a ball 4. So another walk for Horvath. Ryan Price goes to first base. Jackson Ingram has a shot to potentially, and it looks like Horvath is going to get his first mound visit of the evening. Number 49. So number 49, Robert Loper, is warming up in the bullpen for Harrisonburg. Called strike one. 0-1 pitch swung on and missed by Ingram for strike two. Called strike three. So going into the top of the fifth here for Staunton. Still down 6. So here in the top of the fifth, Stanton's still down 6.
Behind home plate, declare your blanket. Thanks again.
Number 34, Evan Culler, is now in for Staunton. Orange City, Florida. Plays his college ball at USF, University of South Florida, down in Tampa. So a new pitcher for Staunton, trying to keep the Harrisonburg lead to 6 here in the top of the fifth. Seven Olevius up to start. Lead off here in the top of the fifth, the catcher for the Turks. Called strike one. The 0-1. Called strike two. So an early 0-2 count. The 0-2 pitch. Tipped, caught. What a sliding grab by the right fielder, Ryan Fluharty. And that's just a picture-perfect fielding play for out number 1. Roman Trinidad, the left fielder, up next for Harrisonburg. Trinidad out of Emerald Hills, California. I wonder what he thinks about the Shenandoah Valley. They got a little bit more mountains. I mean, considering the fact he lives in Emerald Hills, I'm sure it's not flatlands there. Ball one, he bunts the ball. It's going to go foul for a even count. The 1-1. Called strike two. The 1-2. Called ball two. Two-two pitch. Swung on and missed by Trinidad for out number two. So great start so far for the new reliever, Evan Culler. As Garcia, the 9 batter for Harrisonburg, is up to bat here in right field. First pitch of the at-bat popped up. Looks like it's over his head, actually. It hits off of the wall. Garcia is going to be in there at second base, so a double for Garcia. Looked like that ball had a lot of air under it, but gets over the head of Ryan Fluharty. And Evans, the leadoff hitter for Harrisonburg, start of the batting order is back up for the Turks. Evans fast around the bases today for Harrisonburg. As his first pitch is tipped off foul. Yo one. And that one is popped up. Fluharty looks like he's got under it, and yes, he does. So the top of the fifth retires fairly fast. No runs scored for Harrisonburg, and the lead stays to 6 with a chance for Staunton to cut it down even more. I'd like to thank tonight's sponsors, Dave Brooks Electric, Blue Ridge Fine Properties, Cadence, and Eagles Aries 680. If you or anyone you know is interested in providing a post-game meal for the Braves players and coaches, please come to the concession stand. Manager, Miss Joyce. So Adam Horvath's day looks like it's over for Harrisonburg. Pretty good outing for Horvath. Tends to play middle reliever pitchers. He's typically their 8th inning guy at JMU under Coach Eikenberry. But getting the start tonight, played pretty well. Number 45 is coming in for Harrisonburg. '49, Robert Loper, kid out of Chesapeake, Virginia, playing his college ball at Merrimack College, is going to take over for Adam Horvath here in this game. Looking to keep the lead at 6. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out, joining the live stream. Everybody here at the ballpark is great too, but talking with you guys directly is always fantastic. My name is Ethan Dufresne. It's a pleasure, as always, to be on the call tonight. Please join the stream or come on out tomorrow, June 8th, versus the Front Row Cardinals. I'll be here. We'll be here. Get your free tickets at Kaufman Funeral Home and Crematory. Back at the top of the order for the Staunton Braves, Lincoln Pack, the left fielder, up to bat. First pitch of the at-bat, Pack. What a grab by Sagan. Beautiful play from the shortstop. Don't see much better fielding plays than that. So an easy out one on the first pitch of the evening for Loper. As the catcher, Urbaniak, tips his first pitch foul, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Called strike two. Oh-2 pitch. Tip back foul again. Oh-2 pitch. Called ball one. The 1-2. Inside for a ball two. Two-two pitch. Hit well. That's going to be a base hit for Mikey Urbaniak. With Wyatt Pfeiffer back up to bat with another situation with runner on first base. Just one out for Pfeiffer here in this at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat, called strike one. The 0-1 hits Pfeiffer in the back. So runners on second and first with just one out for the Braves. Wyatt Campbell back up to bat, scored the Braves' only run of the night on a sac fly from Jamison. Opening pitch of the at-bat, popped behind home plate, foul. A 1. Tip foul again for an 0-2 count. Oh, 2. Hit well into center field. One run's going to score. And Campbell is safe at second base, so an RBI double with Fluharty. Apologies, Urbaniak scoring. Fluharty up, and it is a 7-2 ball game. 2 runners in scoring position for Ryan Fluharty. Looking to cut this lead down even further, just 1 out. Right fielder can definitely make some contact and popped up behind the plate, 0-1. You have 2 extremely fast base runners in Pfeiffer and Campbell at second and third base. Something decently deep will score both of them. As Fluharty pops it up and it's caught, but Pfeiffer is going to score. Looks like he dropped it. So a mistake, a costly mistake by Evans. Run was going to score anyway, but that keeps a out off the scoreboard. So it is a 7-3 Braves ball game. And the lead is cut down to just 4. So still a runner in scoring position. Wyatt Campbell still out there in second base. Just 1 out, and it's a wild pitch, and both the base runners are going to move up, so now 2 runners in scoring position. And a 1-0 count for Pacheski. And all of a sudden, it looks like the bat gods are starting to bless Staunton. Visit to the mound with DeJesus and Loper. Looks like number 25 is warming up in the Harrisonburg bullpen. Ben Craig from Kieseltown, Virginia. But nonetheless, Loper's still up here. Pacheski hits one. Popped up. That's going to be out number 2. But a sac run scores. Wyatt Campbell crosses the plate, and the lead is cut to 3 for Staunton. Now, with that sac fly right there, that is a play that might have not even been made if Evans did not drop the ball out in first base. So a play that really was a mistake from Harrisonburg's point, scores another run and cuts the lead down to 3 for the Braves. A 0-1 count for Jamison. Popped up deep center. And that's going to be the end of the inning. But Harrisonburg, their lead is cut down to 3. And Staunton looks like the bats have woken up here going into the top of the 6th. We'd like to thank Dave Brooks Electric for everything that they did, donating their equipment so that we could complete the backstop netting project here at John Moxley Stadium. could not have been done without their generosity. Thank you for everything you do for Staunton Braves baseball. So a very, very slow start for the Braves, going down 7-0. 4 unanswered runs in the past 2 innings. Maybe a new leaf for the Braves as they look to continue their undefeated home streak this season and register a win to get the most, to officially have the most wins in Valley League baseball as of tonight. Gavin Grapuso leading off here in the top of the 6th for the Turks as they look to extend their lead. Grapuso is called for strike 1. The 0-1 count. Ball 1. Even count. One count. Called strike 2. One and 2. Check swing, called ball 2. The 2-2. Ball 3 for a full count. Crowd's not happy about that one. The full count pitch. Outside for a walk. So runner on base for Harrisonburg to open the top of the 6th. First pitch of the at-bat, tipped off foul for Sagan. Pickoff play doesn't go, couldn't even get the tag off. Oh, 1 pitch. Hit well, and that's going to be a fair ball. As Grappo is going to stay at third. Didn't think he would have made it if he attempted to go to home, but that's 2 runners in scoring position for Harrisonburg. Still 0 outs. As Jackson Schraft, the kid that hit that monster home run into deep left field, has a chance to do it again and score 3 more runs for the Harrisonburg Turks. First pitch to Schraft for the at-bat. Called strike 1. Oh, 1. Hit, gets past Ingram. One run's going to score, and runners on the corners for the Turks as they extend their lead to 4, and it is an 8-4 ball game. As Amari De Jesus, the designated hitter, has a chance to put another one on the board for the Turks. First pitch to De Jesus. Swung on and missed for a strike one. Pickout play doesn't even get the tag off again. Oh, 1. Swung on and missed for strike number 2. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. So a 3-strike strikeout. For Evan Kohler. And that is out number 1. Clay Thompson up next for the Turks. The first pitch to Clay Thompson, swung on and missed for a strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch, popped up behind the home plate. So that's going to be strike 2. Oh, 2 pitch, pop back foul. At bat stays alive. Oh, 2 pitch. Hits him. That's going to put a runner in scoring position. So after it looked like a good couple strikes, couple good off-speed pitches from Kohler, he's going to get hit by pitch, and that's going to be a runner on base and an advancement of the man at first. So still 1 out. So Seven Olenius is up next for Harrisonburg. Here's the pitch. Called strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Tipped off foul. into the parking lot, almost the parking lot. And it's still going to be in the park, but it's an 0-2 count. Oh, 2 pitch. Called ball 1. The 1-2. Outside for an even count, 2s. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for out number 2. As Roman Trinidad comes back up to bat. Here's the pitch. Called ball 1. The 1-0. Called strike 1. Even count pitch. Called ball 2. Two 1. Swung on and missed an even count 2s. Aggressive swing from Trinidad there. Two. Check swing. Called strike 3. So 3 strikeouts from Color. Only giving up 1 run in the inning. So the lead is 4, but it's not insurmountable. We've seen this Staunton team do it before. So number 25 comes in for Harrisonburg at pitcher Ben Craig from Kieseltown, Virginia. My apologies. So bottom of the 6th, what's he going to do? What is Staunton going to do? How's he going to perform in order to maintain this 4-run lead that the Turks have? So leading off the inning for Staunton is Ryan Price, left fielder. Price from Westchester, Pennsylvania, playing his college ball at St. Joseph's University. First pitch outside for ball one. Craig, a junior out of the University of North Carolina, Charlotte. So the Charlotte 49ers is called strike one for an even count. 1-1. Way outside. 2-1. That wasn't even remotely close. The 2-1 pitch for Craig. Outside, ball three. The 3-1. Looks inside, called a walk, so Ryan Price leads off a leadoff walk for Staunton here in the bottom of the sixth. So Jackson Ingram, Staunton hometown kid playing for the Braves, is up with Price on Price on first base. Looking to get the bats rolling again and cut this Turk lead back down even more as he swings and misses on the first pitch of the at-bat. Nice pitch there from Craig. Oh, 1. It's going to be a ball. Looked like from up here it was close to hitting him, but no contact. Even count. The 1-1. Tipped off foul by Ingram, so he's down 1-2. Batting helmet, wearing his West Virginia Mountaineer batting helmet. Fantastic season from the Mountaineers here in college baseball. The 1-2. Wild pitch. Price is going to advance to second, so a runner in scoring position now with an even 2-2 count for Craig. So an even count for Jackson Ingram. Now got a runner in scoring position, looking to hit one deep enough for Price to get here to home plate. The 2-2. In the dirt for a full count, 3-2. Three-two. called strike 3. Looked like might have been a little bit inside, but ump calls it strike 3. And that's going to be out number 1 as we move to the back of the top of the order for the Braves as Lincoln Pack has a runner in scoring position. Here's Craig. Price is going to steal. And he's called way out. So now the bases are empty and 2 outs for Lincoln Pack. Price was caught stealing from seemed like a mile away. That no chance he was going to beat out that one. 1-0 count for Lincoln Pack. Pack hits one way deep left field, and that one is in the trees and out of here. Lincoln Pack, a solo shot. If Price would have just stayed at second base, this could have been the lead could have been cut down to 2. But nonetheless, as they play the Braves chop here, the lead is cut down to 3, and the score is 8-5. Harrisonburg. Mikey Urbaniak up next, the catcher, looking to cut the lead even further. Craig's first pitch. Called ball 1. Behind him for an easy 2-0 call from the umpire. Two-0 pitch for Craig. Call it out just outside again. Ball 3. The 3-0 pitch. Called strike 1. Three-one. High for a ball 4. So a runner on first for Wyatt Pfeiffer again. Looking to potentially cut the lead down to just 1 for the Turks. As Ben Craig is going to get a visit to the mound. As they play the chicken dance here in John Moxley Stadium. Still a large crowd out for a fantastic baseball game. 13 runs total scored in the bottom of the 6th. That's a great offensive day of baseball, no matter if you're a Turks or a Braves fan. Love to see that scoreboard lighten up. As a new pitcher comes in for Harrisonburg. So gone with Ben Craig. Hello, David Davia from Opelika, Florida, playing his college ball at Florida State. So the Florida State Seminole is going to come in and try and keep the lead for the Harrisonburg Turks. We'd like to thank tonight's sponsors, Dave Brooks Electric, Blue Ridge Fine Properties, Cadence, and Eagles Aries 680. Thank you for everything you do for Staunton Braves baseball. Please come out tomorrow, June 8th, versus the Front Row Cardinals. You can get your free tickets at Kaufman Funeral Home and Crematory. But if you can't make it, I'll be here as well. So, Wyatt Pfeiffer up to bat with a runner on first base for Staunton Braves. That first pitch is called high for a ball one. We've seen Pfeiffer make magical clutch plays in games in the past. In the back of his mind, he's thinking, what's stopping him from doing it again? As that ball is ground out and it's a force out to Urbaniak, and that is going to be the end of the 6th inning. So here in the top of the 7th, Staunton cuts the lead down to 3 for Harrisonburg. As we move to the top of the 7th, it is an 8-5 ball game. .50-50 raffle once again. $64 for the 50-50 raffle winner tonight. So after a fantastic outing from Kohler in the 6th, striking out all 3 batters, he will be staying out here for Staunton. Pinch hitting right now is for Harrisonburg is number 6, Mason McDougal. Also a Florida State Seminole, as he's called strike 1 from Kohler. Pinch hitting for the right fielder, Garcia. So that's a 1-1 count. The 1-1 pitch. Called strike 2. The 1-2 pitch. Blooped into near second base, and a beautiful throw from Ingram to Campbell for out number 1. As the Harrisonburg Turks go back to the top of their order, Jalen Evans, second baseman, getting another shot. First pitch to Evans, called strike 1. The 0-1. Swung on and missed by Evans, 0-2. Evans hit by pitch multiple times tonight, including on the first pitch of the game. The 0-2. Check swing, but they're going to say he's still good. 1-2 count. The 1-2. Down for a ball 2, even count. The 2-2 pitch. Called ball 3. So 0-2 to a full count. Three, 2. Pop back, foul. The full count pitch hit into center field. Perfect hit, and that is a single for Jalen Evans, kid out of Coates, North Carolina. So 0-2 to full count to base hit. Still 1 out as Gavin Grapposo comes up, the third baseman for the Turks. This looks like it's starting to rain here in Staunton, Virginia. Top of the 7th. After the pickoff play, that ball is tipped foul for an 0-1 count. Oh, 1 count. Hit into center field, left field. Evans is going to go to third. It's going to be close, but Evans is going to be safe. So runners on the corners for Harrisonburg with just 1 out still on the board. As Josiah Seguin is now up to bat. as Kohler earns himself a mound visit. So it's the end of the day for Evan Kohler. As Staunton tries to lock in and maintain this three-run deficit. So Griffin Madden is taking over for Kohler for the Braves. Cumberland, Maryland native playing his ball at James Madison University. Was a big help in the last time we saw him at home against the Covington Lumberjacks in the season opener for Staunton. Locking down the Lumberjacks batters and giving Staunton the opportunity to come back and eventually win that game from his teammate Wyatt Piper stealing home. As it looks like the rain is really coming down here in Staunton. Sagan is still up to bat. So Madden's first pitch of the evening is popped up by Sagan. That's going to be a ball one, strike one. The 0-1. Called ball one, even count. One and one. Hit well into center field. That's going to go down. That's going to be a run for Harrisonburg. RBI single for Josiah Sagan from Glen Allen, Virginia. And it is a 9-5 Turks lead. As Jackson Straff comes up to bat. Had that monstrous two-run home run into left field earlier in this game. First pitch of the at-bat, called ball one. One-zero. Hit by Straff. It's going to be one. called safe. Just misses the opportunity for the double play. Force out at second, so runners on the corners with 2 outs remaining here in the top of the 7th. A lot of fans decided to leave because of the rain, but we still got a strong crowd going here at John Moxley Stadium, rain or shine. First pitch for De Jesus is called a strike. 0-1, swung on and missed. 0-2. The 0-2. Outside is going to be caught stealing. He puts himself in a pickle. And it is called out. 3. So the runner is not going to score. Oh, he will score. So make that a 10-5 ball game. As we move, as we're in the 7th inning stretch, moving to the bottom of the 7th. So Harrisonburg extends its lead to 5. And Staunton has 3 innings to make up that mess. I'd like to thank our sponsors tonight, Dave Brooks Electric, Blue Ridge Fine Properties, Cadence, and Eagles Aries 680. Please come out tomorrow if you're free. June 8th versus the Front Royal Cardinals. You can get your free tickets at Kaufman Funeral Home and Crematory. So now the rain is really starting to come down here at John Moxley Stadium. Looking to persevere and push through. No call yet. As Wyatt Campbell is up to bat. First pitch of the at-bat called, strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Inside for an even count. The 1-1. Tipped off by Campbell, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Chopped foul. The 1-2. Tip back foul. So Campbell stays alive. One thing's for sure, the rain does not affect the Florida native as Campbell hits it foul. As I was saying, rains a lot in Florida, on and off. Maybe not as consistent as it does here, but Wyatt Campbell definitely no stranger to the rain. One, two. Hit. Campbell hits it. Looks like it's going to be over the head, and that is off the wall. So a leadoff double for Wyatt Campbell here for Staunton. As Ryan Fluharty
Now batting number
has a chance
18, Ryan.
to get a hit with runner in scoring position. First pitch to Fluharty. Ball is short. Doesn't even make the plate. Called ball one. Campbell's going to go to third base with ease. So another run for the Braves, knocking around the corner. The 1-0 pitch. High for ball two. The 2-0. Called for a strike one. The 2-1. Tipped off foul, even count 2-2 for Ryan Fluharty. Two. Swung on and missed for out number one. Zach Pachewski coming up to bat, the second baseman. First pitch of the at-bat goes low for a ball one. One 0 pitch. Low called strike one. Even count pitch. Pachewski pops it back. 1-2 count. One, two count. Made contact. So the at-bat stays alive for Pachewski. 1-2. Swung on and missed, but the ball gets away from him. So a run is going to score, and Pachewski is safe at first base. So a 10-6 ball game now as the lead is back down to 4. Looks like there's a little bit of confusion of whether Paczewski should get first or second base. So Paczewski's going to stay at first base as Aaron Jamison is the designated hitter is up to bat. Seen some big hits from him today, big contact, a lot of power. Looking to do the same thing here. First pitch to Jamison, outside for a ball 1. The 1-0 count. Outside again. Paczewski's going to go to second base with ease. He's going to stay there, so a runner in scoring position and a 2-0 count for Aaron Jamison. Two 2-0. High again for a 3-0 count. Three 3-0. Down for a ball 4. So Jamison draws a 4-0 walk. Runners on second and first for the left fielder, Ryan Price. Across the board tonight from both teams, lots of wild pitches and lots of sacrifice fly scoring these 16 runs that we have on the board. First pitch for Price, called strike 1. The 0-1. Made contact, so called foul, 0-2. Oh, 2. Swung on and missed for an out number 2. With Jackson Ingram coming back up to the plate with 2 runners on base. The 0-0. Called strike 1. Oh, 1. Tip back foul. Quick 0-2 for Jackson Ingram. Here's the pitch. Looking to steal, not going to make the throw. So both runners advance. 2 runners in scoring position. Pachevsky on third. Jamison on second. One, 2 count. Here's the pitch. Inside, called ball 2. Two and 2. Hit through the third baseman. Pachevsky will score. And Ingram and Jamison are the runners on the corners. So the lead back down to 3 for Harrisonburg with the top of the order back up due. Jackson Pack his last time out. Nice little solo shot. Lincoln Pack, my apologies. Lincoln Pack last time out, solo shot left field. Can he do it again and tie this game up? First pitch, outside for a ball 1. The 1-0. Ingram's going to attempt a steal. Popped up. It's going to be foul. So Ingram's going to have to go back. 1-1 count. The 1-1. Ingram's going to try and steal again. Not going to make the throw, so Ingram's going to take that second base. So 2 runners in scoring position. Called a strike, so Lincoln Pack 1 and 2 count. Here's the pitch. Chops at it, foul. One, 2 count. Here's the pitch. Pack tips it back again. Lincoln Pack stays alive on the at-bat. One, 2. Called ball 2, even count. Two. Called ball 3. So Lincoln Pack fights his way from 1 and 2 to 3 and 2. And his at-bat stays alive. Three-two pitch. Swing and a miss. So 2 runners left on base for the Braves. Cuts the lead down to 3, though, as we move to the top of the 8th. I'd like to thank our sponsors again, Dave Brooks Electric, Blue Ridge Fine Properties, Cadence and Eagles Aries 680. So a great game we've had so far. Competitive, high-scoring game, exactly what we thought we would see from two of the highest-scoring teams in Valley League baseball. Harrisonburg started out strong, chipping their way through, keeping Staunton on their toes by extending the lead a run or so at a time per inning, it seems. But Staunton working their way into potentially making this a closer game, and tie game at that. That's what I love about Valley League baseball. You could get a ton of runs any night from any team. As the designated hitter, DeJesus leads it off in the 8th for the Harrisonburg Turks. First pitch from Madden, hit fair by DeJesus. First swing, he's going to go for 2. He might. He's going to stay at 2. Thought about going for 3rd. Fluharty got the throw in there. So a leadoff double again for Harrisonburg. First pitch of the at-bat to Clay Thompson, called strike 1. The 0-1, high for a ball 1. The 1-1 hits off of Madden's glove. Beautiful throw from Pachemski to Campbell for out number 1. As DeJesus advances to 3rd. Catcher 7, Olemius, looking to score another run in here for Harrisonburg. The 0-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. Called strike 1. Oh, 1. Little bit high. Even count. One. Way inside. 2-1. The 2-1. Called strike 2. Two. Hit well. What a grab by Fluharty. As DeJesus stays at 3rd. What a
Now batting,
so
Rowan Trinidad.
we all up here in the booth thought he would tag up and attempt to go. He stayed, but we think he could have made it up here, and it could have been an 11-7 game for the Turks. Call ball 1 for Trinidad. One 0. Down for ball 2. Two 0. Outside for a ball 3. Three 0. Called strike 1. Three and 1. Swung on and missed. Full count. The 3-2. Swung on and missed. Griffin Madden bounces back. No runs scored for the Harrisonburg Turks here in the top of the 8th. And Staunton gets another chance at the bats. With Urbaniak up. Urbaniak, Pfeiffer, and Campbell next 3 up. If you or anyone you know is interested in providing a post-game meal for the Braves players and coaches, please talk to Miss Joyce, the concession stand manager. As Luke Combs says, when it rains, it pours here in Staunton, Virginia. So there's a new pitcher out here for the Harrisonburg Turks. Be number 34. Matt Manley, number 34, is coming in for Harrisonburg on the mound. Junior out of Samford University, an Alabama native. So a huge top of the 8th for Staunton. 0 runs scored by the Turks. Another chance to climb, slowly scratch, and fight back in this game, as it feels like Staunton has been playing catch-up all day. Not doing a terrible job at it, but still nonetheless not enough yet to go get over the hump. Urbaniak, the catcher up,
Leading off for the Braves.
had himself a day at the plate. Looking to cut this lead down from 3 to less to even tying or taking the lead. Manly's first pitch of the day to Urbaniak is outside for a ball 1. The 1-0. Called ball 2. Two-0. Called strike 1. 2-1. Tipped off foul, 2-2. The 2-2. Outside, full count. Full count pitch. Outside, a walk for Urbaniak. So again, Pfeiffer will come to the plate with a runner on first base. First count for Pfeiffer, down in the dirt, 1-0. Pickoff play doesn't get the tag off. One 0 pitch. Outside, ball 2. Two 0. Called strike 1. Two 1. Called strike 2. Pfeiffer been patient at the plate today. Two. Hit. Is that going to be blooped just enough? Is somebody going to get under it? No, he drops it. That's going to stay fair. It's called foul. As soon as it hit the glove of third baseman, he was already over the foul plate. So Pfeiffer's at-bat stays alive. Still a 2-2 pitch. Fouled off again. 2-2. Hit directly. They forced out at second. The ball goes over. Urbaniak's going to go to third. Safe at third. So Piper is forced out at first, but advances a runner to third for Wyatt Campbell. Can the Florida kid put another run on the board for Staunton? First pitch of the at-bat for Campbell, down in the dirt. Urbaniak's not going to budge. 1-0. In the dirt again, 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. Inside, ball 3. Called strike 1. Three one. Ball 4. So the tying run comes to the plate at Ryan Fluharty with runners on the corners and just one out.
Number 17, Ryan.
First pitch to Fluharty. Hit. Popped up. Infield fly rule, no, but Pachemski, now Urbaniak is not going to move anywhere, so 2 outs with Zach Pachemski up to the plate,
Number 21,
and now he is the potential tying run. Here comes the first pitch to Zach Pachemski. Swung on and contacted. 0-1. The 0-1. Ball 1. Even count. One. Hit foul. So Campbell's going to have to go back to first. And Pachemski's down 1-2. Looks Looks like the rain's slowing down a little bit here. Not much, but a little bit. Hoping to finish this one out. One, two. Called strike three. So 2 runners left on base for Staunton. As we move to the top of the 9th, Harrisonburg retains that 3-run lead. Griffin Madden back out there for Staunton. If you're Staunton and you desperately want a chance, it is extremely crucial you do not give up any runs here at this point, especially with your 7, 8, 9 guys due up. A little over 3-hour ball game here. (10:40 p.m. local time in Staunton, Virginia). Come on out. We'll see you in less than 24 hours as the Staunton Braves take on the Front Row Cardinals back here at home tomorrow. You can get your free tickets at Coffin Funeral Home and Crematory. First pitch to McDougal is a ball. (1-0). Swung on and missed for a strike one. One and one. Tipped off foul, 1-2. One and two. High for a even count, 2-2. Two and two. Called ball 3. As Griffin Madden's about to is having a mound visit currently. Mountain's going to stay out there. Called strike 3. So a strikeout for Griffin Madden start out the inning. As the top of the Turks batting order is back up again with Jalen Evans. So pitching change is now in order for the Braves. As Mason McDowell looks like to take over here with 2/3 of an inning remaining. McDowell from Fishersville, Virginia, not too far away from here in Staunton. Played his college ball at Lynchburg College. Plays his college ball at Lynchburg College. So that first pitch is called for a ball to Evans. One 0. Chopped foul. One and one. Dirt for 2-1 count. Two 1 count. In the dirt again, down for a 3-1 count. Here's the pitch. Hit by Jalen Evans, and that's going to be a base hit. So a single for the top of the batting order. And a runner is on base for Harrisonburg. As Gavin Grapuso comes up to bat, looking to extend the Turk lead. Here's the pitch. Outside for a 1-0 count. The 1-0. Called strike one. One count. Evans is looking to steal, but called foul, so he's going to have to go back. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Check swing. Called strike three. So 2 outs for McDowell. McDougal. McDowell. So it's Josiah Seguin is potentially the last out. Pickoff play doesn't even get the tag off. First pitch. Called ball, but safe at second base. So a runner in scoring position for Harrisonburg as Seguin takes a 1-0 count. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Ball one. Even count pitch. Swung on and missed, strike two. The 1-2 made contact, so the at-bat stays alive. One-two pitch. Fielded down the middle, but Ingram. Oh, and the ball is thrown away. Out of play. So Jalen Evans scores for Harrisonburg. And the lead is back to 4. 11-7 Turks. And that is a brutal break for Staunton. First pitch to Shraft is 1-0. One 0 count. The dirt for 2-0. Looks like McDowell lost his footing there on the pitch. Two 0. Check swing. Up, calls it a strike. Two one. Called strike two. Two two. Hit weakly into the infield, and everybody's going to stay safe. So runners on second and first for Harrisonburg, still 2 outs. As Amari De Jesus is back up to bat, looking to extend the Harrisonburg lead. First pitch, fouled off. Oh one. Called strike one. 0-2. Strike two. Oh two. In the dirt, the pitch gets away from him. As both runners advance, 2 runners in scoring position, 1-2 count for the Turks. One, two. In the dirt again, even count. Two, two. Called strike three. Caught looking. De Jesus is not happy about it, but that is the end of the top of the ninth. So Staunton has 3 more outs. Got to score at least 4 to keep the game alive. 5 to walk it off. Jamison, Price, and Ingram, the next 3 due up. One last time tonight, let's thank our sponsors, Dave Brooks Electric, Blue Ridge Fine Properties, Cadence, and Eagles Airy 680. As the clock's about to hit 11 p.m. here in Staunton, Virginia, get our game marked at 3.5 hours. With half an inning of baseball to play. Once again, my name is Ethan Dufresne. It's been a pleasure being with you guys tonight. 3 more outs left for Staunton to get back in this game. Winner of this game improves to 6-2. Loser falls to 5-3. So Aaron Jamison leading off here in the bottom of the 9th for the Braves, as they look to keep their home streak alive. Jamison hits it deep into right field, but it is over the head of the right fielder. So a leadoff double for Aaron Jamison, with Ryan Price up to bat with a runner in scoring position. Nope, pinch hitting Ty Galuski, the pinch hitter for Ryan Price. Got a chance to talk to Ty Galuski before the game, along with Wyatt Campbell. Talked a little bit about the mountains as well, like Campbell said earlier. Although he's from West Virginia, he played his first couple seasons of the ball before he transferred to East Tennessee State at Fort Scott Community College out in Kansas. So the mountains here in Staunton, Virginia, he said, reminded him of home and where he grew up. So it's refreshing to see him play baseball again back in the mountains. As Galuski makes contact, but fouled off 0-1. A 1 count, high for a 1-1. Steps off. One. Called strike 2. Galuski caught looking. 1-2 pitch. Said he checked swing, went across the plate, so out number 1. As Jackson Ingram is up to bat, the 9-hitter, with still that runner in scoring position in Aaron Jamison. First pitch to Ingram. Swung on and missed for a strike 1. . 0-1. Called strike 2. Oh, 2. High. 1-2 count. Here's the 1-2. Just a bit outside, even count. Two. Swing and a miss. So the Braves are down to their last out. Lincoln Pack. So one final chance for Staunton. First pitch to Pack. Called strike 1. Caught looking. Oh, 1. Even count. One and 1. Bit high for a 2-1 count. Two and 1. 3-1 count. Lincoln Pack being as patient as he possibly can out there. Three one. Called a walk. So runners on first and second for Mikey Urbaniak.
Now batting, number 24, Mikey Urbaniak.
A hit or a walk here could bring the potential tying run to the plate. Here's the pitch. Check swing, actually made contact, so a 0-1 count. Oh, 1. Tipped off 0-2. Staunton down to their last strike. The 0-2 pitch. And it is popped up. Comes down with it, and that is your ball game. So your final score, Harrisonburg 11, Staunton 7.
The winner of tonight's final out
6-2. Harrisonburg moves to 6-2. Staunton moves to 5-3, losing their first game at home this season. Come back out tomorrow and watch the Braves play The Front Royal Cardinals. Get your free tickets at Kaufman Funeral Home and Crematory.
Front Royal. Free tickets at Kaufman Funeral Home and
My name is Ethan Dufresne. It has been a pleasure having you guys here tonight. And I will see you tomorrow versus the Front Royal Cardinals. Take care, everybody. Final score, Harrisonburg 11, Staunton 7. Good night.